Welcome, my friends, to another NTLkrayZ Shoutcast. We're gonna get things started up with Liquid TLO, the red Terran player, and our blue friend DIMAGA as the Zerg. Let's get things started here. We are on Xel'Naga Caverns, or rather in the Xel'Naga Caverns, as this is a cave. Ladies and gentlemen, even though there's a lightning storm going on in a pit. Don't ask me why, but hey, it's Blizzard. They can do what they want. Alright, as things get started out here, it's pretty basic. This is one of my favorite maps, just because these Xel'Naga watchtowers are just so key to this game. Especially in this map, because they bring up so much view. They bring up this entire section right here, and you can see just about any attack your opponent is going to pull out of his hat, unless he sends them literally to this corner and then over. Alright, ladies and gentlemen. There is a very, very, very wide choke in this game, making it extremely hard for a Zerg player like DIMAGA here to be able to control it, and I'll show you why right now. Alright, as you see, there's a hole right here, but that doesn't really matter, because look how wide that choke is, and if that weren't enough, there's rocks here, and oh, by the way, there's also a forest, the little brush right there, for line of sight blockers. Yeah, I know, it's a pain. I'm sorry, Zerg, this is not a very good map for you. This is Game 4, by the way, in what looks to be a best-of-5 series. DIMAGA is up 2-1, as Liquid TLO, for the past 2 games, has gone for some cheesy rush and failed miserably both times. And here this Overlord goes, scouting out the base. Go, Overlord, go! You're slow! See, look, he swims through the air. I swear, they should be an underwater game, and these should be underwater creatures. But hey, Blizzard, you don't listen to me. I don't know. Sorry. Alright, we do have the spawning pool going down, and it looks like he's... No, never mind. That's not a drone. I apologize, ladies and gentlemen. I thought that was going to be a drone, and we'd see a fast hatch. But it's not. Alright, and we do have TLO pumping out the Marine. Alright, we do have a gas down here. He is upgrading to the orbital command, very nicely done. And we have a bunker being placed down at the natural for the Zerg, so I guess there's going to be no expansion. We do have the metabolic boost, which is going to be really nice, especially if Liquid TLO plans to go Reapers, although the placement on this barracks would suggest that he's not, because look how he's placed it. No tech lab can fit there, unless it likes to just hang over the edge and die. Alright, we do have a factory going down, so looks like it might be a 1-1-1 build. Great placement on this Overlord, as Reapers are going to be less effective now that he can see if they're going to come up here. I would like to see another Overlord right here, but I don't think he has that many Overlords. He is going to, on the other hand, take down this bunker as he sends one lonely Zergling all the way over to the Xel'Naga watchtower. Nicely done. Alright, as the metabolic boost, as I mentioned before, is on the way. We do have another command center, ladies and gentlemen, coming down from TLO. This is going to be key in the economic game, as he is going 1-1-1, it looks like, and if he's not going 1-1-1, he might instead be trying to go for maybe mech play. But I think if he would have gotten mech play, he would have put in a tech lab down earlier. He is on the other hand training up 2 Hellions, as Hellions are extremely effective against, what did I tell you? Zerglings. Actually, I hadn't told you yet. Wow, Cray, you're getting ahead of yourself. I think too fast sometimes. It just happens. Sorry about that. Alrighty here. We are going the 1-1-1 build, and for those of you who don't know what the 1-1-1 build is, get your head out of the sand and play some StarCraft. It's 1 barracks into 1 factory into 1 starport, and it is extremely versatile, and it means that he can do just about any harass he wants to, bring out any unit he wants to, and is extremely quick to counter. The problem with it is, and look, great placement with the Hellions, as that he'll be able to get in without being spotted, although these Zerglings are ready to pounce and eat it up for breakfast. But like I was saying, the problem with the 1-1-1 build is you can't mass produce any one unit. Although it does look like he's going to be going for either a mech with upgrades. That might be an upgrade. That might be, excuse me, that might be for either upgrades or for a Thor, although I think if he was going to be putting a Thor, he would have already built a tech lab, which he hasn't. He is now, on the other hand, after building that into orbital command, going up. Like, again, I keep interrupting myself. Holy cow, I need to get better at this game. Alright, but like I was saying, the 1-1-1 build, you can't mass produce any unit, so you're not going to see mass Marines, mass tanks, or mech. It's more of a everything kind of mixes in, since there's no real counter to it, because it's got everything. Something will counter your opponent, and you should be able to win that way. It's a viable strategy. It's not one of my favorites. Generally, if I go 1-1-1, I'm generally fast teching up to air, and then I'm going to do an air strategy. And it looks like we are going to drop down 2 extra factories. So it looks like this is going to turn into more of a mech, and he might just be getting the starport for either Viking support or medvacs, which, as you can tell, he's getting it. And we do have a tech lab going down for this factory as the front door quickly gets sealed and then resealed. Very interesting right here. As you can tell, he's immensely shortened that choke by putting a bunker there, which means that if the Zerglings are going to get in, they're going to have to run all the way around here, and all this is in range of that bunker. Very nicely done. Either they have to run this way, or right there. So I guess it wasn't a complete wall-in, but they still have to run right by that bunker. Alrighty, and it does look like we're getting another Hellion. I'd like to see maybe another tech lab there, but I don't think he really has the economy to support it. Let's go see what our Zerg friend is doing here. It does look like he has Mutalisks and the centrifugal hooks. Very interesting. So we're going to be seeing some Banglings in here. Let's look at the units tab here. No Banglings as of yet, but they should be coming. The Zerg player should have an income advantage, and he does, and as I say that, immediately disappears as TLO starts to saturate his mineral field. As we see, we do have Lings coming out. Going back to the unit tab, ladies and gentlemen, we do have a Thor out, which will counter the Mutalisks very nicely. But then the Lings counter the Thor. So we'll see how this is done. But then again, we have the Hellions, which counter the Lings, and the Mutas, which counter the Hellions. So we have a little circle going. But this Thor is just going to dominate these Mutalisks unless they use the magic box. Now the magic box, if you don't know about it, is there's a little box around these Mutalisks, and if you click inside it, all your Mutalisks will pack up extremely tight, and I'm doing hand gestures that you can't see, just like that. Now if you click outside the magic box, they'll go there and then they'll spread, and if you click outside again and again, see, maybe we might see a spread here. See how they spread out? When they spread out like that, they lessen the area effect damage on the Thors. The Thors still counter them, but they don't counter them as effectively as they did. See, he only hit one Mutalisk, but he got splash damage on all the others, as it looks like we're going to be going into a more Mutalisk-heavy build from our Zerg player, as it looks like he's planning to take a 3rd expansion to keep ahead of the Terran player. We do have 2 supply depots here, very nicely done, to watch the back door. And as we look at our unit tab, we do have 2 Thors and 2 Ghosts. We might see some nukes. Let's go to the production tab. Do we have a nuke? No, we don't, but we do have personal cloaking. So we will see cloaked nukes. The SCV is rushing to that Thor's aid. That poor Hellion is going to be taken down. We do have snipe being used by the Ghosts. Very nicely done. Able to take down a couple Thors. If we find that Ghost, there she is. It's 3 kills. I love their portrait, by the way. Just so cool. What a great job Blizzard has done in just the whole graphics of this game. Does look like we're going to have mass Banglings going to come in. Looks like he's just going to go for a one-shot annihilation of either the Thor or this lonely orbital command. Although I guess it's not lonely. It has plenty of SCV buddies who are supplying it with its fill of minerals. More harassed by the Mutas using his superior maneuverability. There we go. That was the word I was looking for. I don't know why that was so hard to say. One thing that I really like when Zerg players... the lag. Holy crap. But one thing I really like when Zerg players get Mutas is they immediately gain map control by doing that. They can do just about anything they want because they are just so dang fast. Here we have a couple snipes. Great use of the foliage here, making it much easier to get through, and I don't know why that's not showing up on my map. It should be showing up. It might just be because of my graphics settings. And if you haven't noticed, yes, I am playing these in low setting. Unfortunately, I'm on my laptop right now. I am, on the other hand, saving up money to quickly get a brand new computer that will be able to support high definition ultra setting games. Alright, we have 2 Hellions going around here. Let's follow these Hellions as they go through their battles. They quickly run into a bunch of roaches, and unfortunately, roaches counter the Hellions, and that Hellion is sacrificing itself, but it does see the Bangling cocoons. That is key, ladies and gentlemen. Is he going to be able to get out a good counter? Probably the best counter would be, he's putting a Raptor. I like to do, put up some, either I like to go more heavy mech, because they do less damage against mech, and mech generally has more armor and more hit points, although they do extra damage to that. So I guess Banshees would probably be one of the best. No, it doesn't. It's light. Excuse me. So mech or Banshees are really good counters. I would love to see some Banshees with some Viking support from TLO. And the reason being is because if we look at the units tab, we are very heavy on the ground force here. We have Zerglings, Roaches, and Banglings, which none of them can hit air, and we only have 3 Mutalisks out. If you were to go and get some Banshees, he will do much better and have a much more effective and be able to hit out much more DPS comparatively, because like I said, Roaches cannot hit in the air, and these mutas are still just being a pain in the butt, and my computer is as well. Computer, work, please! Alrighty, we do have a barracks being placed down here. Maybe just to shrink this and get some more sight out here, be able to get more warning. Like I said, as soon as the Zerg player brings out his mutas, he quickly gains the map control, and nicely done bringing the creep all the way to his opponent's natural. In order for, the high yield. In order for TLO to gain the high yield, he is going to not only have to, he does take down here though, so we are on 3 expansions for both. And here comes, it looks like the forces are moving extremely quickly now as they are on creep. But as I was saying before, because of the creep, TLO has to destroy the creep tumors and then wait. And it does look like we're going to be preparing for a mass battle. This, ladies and gentlemen, I guarantee you will spaz my computer out. It will be fun nonetheless. The mutas go in, sacrificing, seeing what his opponent has. In come the roaches. Heavy, heavy roaches against the mech. It is just going to dominate. I believe DIMAGA has done it. The Banglings are going in, taking out tons of units. Out come the SCVs, quickly trying to repair these swords, but I think it is just too little, too late. I do not think it's possible, as they are just now on auto-repair. Down goes the Thors. This looks like it's going to be GG, ladies and gentlemen. Liquid TLO falling 3-1 to the mighty Zerg DIMAGA. Wow, ladies and gentlemen, very nicely done. He was able to bring in the Banglings and take him out. And there's the GG from Liquid TLO. Thank you very much. This is NTLkrayZ signing out.